Coming up next, my quick video on tips for wearing watches, accessories like bracelets, rings that are going to set you out and make you different. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. This is Joel the Nose coming to you from Miami as always. And today I'm going to be doing a quick style video again because I got a lot of great feedback from the style video I did before where I was giving the basic essentials that every man needs for his closet, from basically shoes to shirt and suit. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different because what I like to wear are accessories. And I know a lot of guys maybe feel a little bit uncomfortable. They're not sure about this. When I'm talking about not just watches, but I'm talking about bracelets, rings. So those three things, basically bracelets, watches, rings. And this is what can really help make you stand out in a crowd among other dudes, and it also just helps you show your individuality. If you want to look a little bit different and you just feel like wearing stuff that gives you a just tells who you are, I think accessories are the way to do it. Okay, so let me just get right into this. Let's start right with I'm going to start with watches because that's probably the most important thing and the one that most people feel comfortable with. Okay, all right. My advice on this is you don't have to spend a lot of money. I say you spend under $200 and you can find excellent watches in that price range. You can find a nice Seiko watch if you like, kind of like a Mariner or a Rolex. They have watches that look like Rolexes that are Seikos for under $200. You can get obviously a lot of the styles that are popular out there. Kenneth Cole, the designer kind of fashion watches. But what I recommend for me personally is I wear more artistic watches. Everything I tend to wear, my style is a little bit more artistic. It's a little bit more, I guess, edgy, I would say. So that's what this video is leaning towards. So as you can see here, I have, and I've shown this before, this is actually a watch called Mistura. Okay, and this is, you can see here, the hosel around the watch is actually metal. It's been sanded down, and you have a leather strap, and then you have wood. The actual watch is made of wood. Now, I've been wearing their watches for about 10 years now. I'll give you an example. Here is another, this is another Mistura watch. Different design, again, also wood, and they use citizen timepieces. Again, I'm not getting any money or paid for anything like this, but I will put a link to all the products just if you want to go check them out. So these watches, I can tell you right now, these Mistura watches, I started off with these first, and I have some other ones, but I just wanted to give you a couple examples. I get more compliments from these watches than any other watch I own. Quick little story. My business partner, my law partner, for many years has had a very nice Cartier, very fancy, beautiful watch. It's beautiful. We go out to lunch all the time. We have business meetings all the time. People will always comment, this watch right here has garnered, over the years, I've had it for about 5 years, has garnered me so many compliments. And he gets so angry because the waitress will come over and she'll see us sitting there, and I'll be wearing this, and he'll be wearing a much, much more expensive Cartier watch. This is under $200. And this gets the compliment, his doesn't. So style makes you stand out. All right. Here's another watch. This is from another local guy here in South Florida. He's originally from Argentina. His name is Jose. And this is Pater Noster. Again, I'll put a link to a watch. This is called the dual time zone because it actually has, you can set it for 2 different time zones, and it's got a little compass in there. So, it's like a steampunk kind of watch. And also this one, which is another one of my favorite watches, another one from Pater Noster. And this again is kind of like a steampunk, also has the dual time zone, all metal, very thick, very chunky. So, now, sometimes I like to really stand out. This is my 80s cassette tape watch. It actually spins around the cassette tape. When I'm going to a concert, I want to stand out a little bit there. One last thing on watches, or 2 last things. I also recommend, getting like a good, like a Fitbit, something like that, Apple Watch. I have one of these for the gym because I don't want to get those all sweaty. This works great at the gym, and also it's very versatile to wear in many other places too. Keeps track of your sleeping and other health benefits. Highly recommend those watches. Go out and check one. Last thing I'll say is, you know, these are more, this is actually a guest watch, a little more traditional. This is a more traditional watch here. What I've done with both of these recently is I've changed the straps out to make them different. I got tired and bored of the old straps. They had some kind of boring metal straps, and one had a brown leather strap that actually broke. So there's a website called Crown and Buckle, I believe. Again, I'll put the link down below. I got both those straps from here, and I love how they look. They're light. They don't make you sweat. They're all different, hundreds of different styles and designs. So go check those out. Next, bracelets. Yes, bracelets. Go into bracelets. So you can see here, you may have noticed my videos, I'm usually wearing a lot of different bracelets. These are super cheap. I mean, all these, well, this one here is a leather one. It's a little bit more expensive. This was around $50. I got it at a shop in Soho in New York City. But all my other bracelets are just cheap. I mean, they're anywhere from a couple dollars to maybe $5. I get them at little arts and craft fair shows here in Miami that they have on the weekends all over the place. Obviously, Etsy, you can go to that website. Here's another, say, this is a long bracelet, and what you do is it actually wraps. You can see, I'm just going to kind of show you. It wraps around, and then you button it up. I have this one I also got locally. Someone just basically took a black piece of leather, put buckles and snaps on either end, and boom, you got a bracelet. So bracelets to me, again, help you stand out. A lot of dudes don't wear them. You may not feel comfortable wearing it. For me, it's second nature to me. And again, it just helps me, demonstrate my personality. And here's, forgot another one. Here's another bracelet I have. I have bunches. I'm just showing you a few. All right. Lastly, you can hear them, rings. This is something probably that most guys, other than a wedding band or ring, on their finger, don't wear. If you looked recently, you probably see a lot of guys wearing rings on maybe fashion, videos or whatever. Rings are very, very popular right now. Okay, this is something that in men's fashion is a very forward-thinking and just very popular thing. So again, if you want to kind of stand out, show that you're, quote, in the know, or show that you're on the kind of edge of fashion, get rings, man. So here's just a few. I got these all, by the way, from that guy that I mentioned who makes he also makes these steampunk watches, the Jose from Pato Noster. Again, I'll put his website. He did an art show here last week. I always get some rings from him. He makes them out of old coins, but I always suggest my favorite rings are typically the silver ones, but I have silver, I have gold, I have copper, I have thumb rings even. These are three, you can see here, three little pieces that all go together. You can wear one, look, you got a pinky ring, you can take one off, if you just want to have a pinky ring. Whatever you feel like doing, it's so versatile. Rings are so versatile, and they set you out when you go to shake someone's hand. You're making a statement when you have these. And I would suggest, again, these thicker rings, I like them better. I like the thicker rings. I don't like the little thin rings. I think those are a little bit feminine. So, again, whatever. That's my style. Whatever you like, go out, grab a ring, again, maybe from Etsy or from Pinterest. Or, again, if you have like art little shows on the weekends in your city, go check them out, or maybe, at the mall. There you have it. Some, trends, some fashion trends that I, again, recommend for me personally, and just trying to give you some ideas. Again, I'll put the links to the websites of the different things that I have. And if you have comments, questions, ideas, please let me know. I'd love to hear. This is Joel the Nose. I am, again, as almost always, coming to you from Miami. And I would love it if you are not already a subscriber. Please consider subscribing, liking the video, and ringing the bell for notifications if you want. I will be back soon with another video. Oh, last thing, forgot to mention. The bracelets are great for putting fragrance on. So I always spray the bracelets, and they hold the smell in a little longer than your skin. So there's I tie everything into fragrance because that's my main channel and what I talk about. These are great for holding fragrances, including, so you can see some of these are fabric, so you spray it there you have it. So, anyways, whoop, I just lost one of my rings. There you have it, Joel the Nose. I will talk to you guys soon. Hope you're having a